would like to talk about mullein real quick. This is Verbascum thapsus. This is great mullein, and I am in Middle Tennessee, and this grows all over the place, and I know it grows in many parts of the country as well. But when I post pictures of this, this is a second year. This is a biennial plant. So the first year, I just saw one over here. The first year it will look like this, and this is a small one. And it's kind of a mess. It will be a perfect little basil rosette, which means just it grows out from the center and the leaves come out like this. It's very fuzzy, very thick, like lamb's ear, and this is not the same plant as lamb's ear. When I post pictures of this, people go, "Oh, that's lamb's ear, I have that," and it's not the same thing. This grows, here's another one. I've got some good ones around here. There's another one in the sunset. Isn't it beautiful? But it grows from the center outwards, and lamb's ear actually has stems that kind of branch off, and that's the difference. This only has one large stalk that comes out the center, and this is a second year plant here. And the first year plant will only root itself and get big enough to send out this large spike this second year. And this will actually be out in winter. The first year plant will have its leaves out in winter through the snow and everything. So this plant is wonderful medicinally. I use the entire plant from the flowers. And the flowers bloom very sporadically like this. You will never see the entire flower head in bloom at the same time. You'll just see kind of a few flowers out like this, and those will die off, and then new flowers will come out of these very resinous. This whole thing's very sticky, very thick. But I just pick these flowers off like this, and I collect them to infuse into an oil, because this is the famous remedy for earaches. You'll infuse this along with garlic many times into an oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, and you can do it the quick method. You can do a quick infusion method if you need it right away, or you can do a slower method over a few weeks. I currently have one. This year I did something different because I got tired of just sitting here picking all these little flowers off. So what I did is I got a spike that was, I'd say half of it was in flower. And so what I did is I just broke the whole thing off, and I just put the whole thing in the oil instead of sitting here picking off the little blooms. And it seems to be working very well. So I'm going to try and see what I think about its potency versus just these tiny little flowers that you have to collect over multiple weeks to get enough to infuse in oil. But anyways, the flowers are used for earaches and also for sore muscles. The leaves are used in teas and tinctures as an expectorant. As soon as we have any congestion at all, I have plenty of these dried at home, and as soon as we have any congestion at all, we'll make a tea out of this. And I also have a tincture for easy use, and it's a good tasting tea. It's not bitter, but you can see how fuzzy it is. You can see the texture of it. It's very dry. It's not a juicy plant. You know, I'm not going to be able to squeeze anything out of this. It's very dry. So this is great for congestion. And actually the root, which obviously you can't see, but you know what, I'll go ahead and pick this one over here, because I don't, you know, it's probably going to get run over where it is. We have a lot of deer running back and forth here that's just covered in deer prints. But you never want to get the root from a second year plant, because the root is where all the energy is stored to make that humongous spike that you see over there. Very easy to pick out. And this is a small root. Normally I'd get something maybe 4 times bigger than this. But what I do is I just cut it off at the crown here. I rinse it off really good, and I chop it up, and I put this into 100 proof vodka. Then I make a tincture out of it, and it is excellent for muscle pain, joint pain, and arthritis pain. So you want to get the root from a first year plant because it's storing up all of the energy to be able to do this the second year. Now if you were to get the root off of this thing, the medicine in the plant would be, or in the root, would be not depleted, but a lot weaker, because as you can see, all that energy that it had been storing up the previous year has gone into this awesome 5-foot flower and stalk. So this is the first year. No stalk, no flower. This is the root. So the root, the leaf, and the flower are all medicinal and really good, and I use all three of them frequently, and so does my family. Oh, the root is also good for incontinence. That's it tightens that bottom sphincter there. Like if you sneeze and you pee, or a lot of times people, as they age, have trouble controlling that bladder, the sphincter there to the bladder. So that also, it's a side effect, but it's a great side effect. And also with bedwetting and things like that. So anyways, there you are.